So here, there's still some works being done around, but my objective is to actually get across this bridge. Since it opened, I think it's quite some time now. This is a frequent spot where many Guyanese would come to exercise. I'll get into that in a little bit. But of course, don't want this video to be, too boring. I believe the time it takes to walk across this bridge is 30 to 35 minutes. Gonna get into the exercise bit of it soon, but I'm walking right now. I am walking right now at what? I don't even know if you're able to see it properly. Yeah, it's 1:46. Oof. I wanted to do a stream for this, but it would have only allowed me to do it in portrait mode. I really want to do some things for landscape for YouTube, so that's why I'm actually switching to this format. Can't cross on the bridge because, I mean, you can, it's risky. I won't really ever recommend it, but I really want to capture a very good shot of, like what the river is like. Shooting on the R50. This has been my go-to camera for the last 2 years. I've upgraded to the R8. Well, the R50 is still I just like what should I say, the clicking sound that it actually gives. I just prefer that. The R8 doesn't really give that mechanical feeling. It's mostly electronic. Yeah, and I'm actually already kind of winded. I'm really lazy these days. All right, I would want to know what's happening at the bottom there. I'm always looking for photo shoot spots. Always. All right, that's not nice. Yeah, I'm not going to show what I actually saw. Yeah, I'm always looking for spots to do photo sessions at. And I want to do, I don't know, photo shoot, probably sunset. And I'm thinking of doing it by the entrance to the old Demerara River Bridge, the one that they're going to be dismantling. I want to actually do it there. Right. I mean, a 2 minute, almost 3 minutes walk so far doesn't seem that much. The view is, I can say this is probably one of the cleanest places in all of Guyana so far. Like, wow, like this experience right now, just walking on the bridge, it does feel foreign. It feels really foreign. Like, this is actually clean. I know it sounds kind of, over the other places, but it's brand new. It still has that brand new feeling, although it's so much time has actually passed. But yeah, this is a really nice. We have a littering problem in the country, so seeing this here is actually pretty good. I really wanted to, maybe if I decide to do a walk back across. I wonder if anyone actually did that. Walk over and then walk back across. I know like I said, Strike 592, they're all about, walk and run experiences. You should check them out. They actually do, I think they have a session during the week where they actually walk. I'll have to pull up my phone a bit to just like talk more about them in a few. But yeah, this is a nice spot for a quick photo. I'm not gonna be able to actually zoom or anything else like that. I'm shooting at 18. I'm gonna keep it at 18 for this entire trip. The one shot I actually want, when I'm actually gonna capture it, I'm gonna just talk about it. I've tried multiple times when I'm in a vehicle to like capture it at night. I don't know, like maybe a time I need to like come on this. Oh, a tractor here as well. This is actually different, but not something you'd experience, but or expect. There's a tractor. Yeah, like I want to come like probably like 1 a.m. and just like slow drive over this bridge, like and just capture it on video. And then like when I'm like actually at the peak, just take a photo of the environment. Like just seeing what the houses are like, you know, with the lights on or whatnot. Wow. All right, this is actually, like I said, this feels foreign, like really foreign. All right, so when I'm gonna start talking about Stride 592, it's like when I'm actually going to go on the other side. I have a bottle of water with me. Uh, yeah, this is like really tempting. I'm currently a little bit fat. I could just be admitted to it. I'm fat. I shouldn't be, I'm not winded, but again, I'm walking. No. Oh, there's a plane up there. Yeah. I really need to consider doing this live one time. Like just do it live. But I need to like explore how to get that done. I really don't want to do it with it on portrait mode. I want it to be on landscape so you could like really catch this wide angle of what this experience is like. Which means may have to invest in a GoPro. May have to invest. So to show you what, yeah, almost 7 minutes in, and that's that. People are gonna look at me like, why is he wearing a hat? I don't normally wear hats, but I know certain persons see this video without me with a hat on, especially at this time of the day with this being the temperature in Guyana. I'll get abusing. So I just put on a hat so that I won't get that abusing. All right. Yeah. I could really would like to know what this looks like at night. Whew. A nice photo. All right, so where am I? I know that's Providence over it. I know that's Princess Hotel. Like you're above Princess Hotel. And at the stadium, you could see Amazonia Mall across there as well. So let me just stop and like zoom in. Amazonia Mall, stadium, Princess Hotel. And, huh. All right. Starting to see the river now. So I'll be able to take out the photo I actually want to take out. So a wide angle shot of the Demerara River as it connects to the Atlantic Ocean. I'm actually gonna think I might walk back over, but it means I gotta figure out how to get enough vehicle. Need to take a vehicle. Because you can't really park around here anywhere. So yeah, if you wanna go walk, you need to actually like have someone close by to pick you up. Oh my, yeah. Look at this. This is foreign. This feels foreign. All right. I actually walked across the Demerara Bridge before, years ago. It's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be sad to see it actually gone. All right, even though I live in Guyana, I really can't tell you the name of this road. Yeah, but I really want to do a photo shoot around where the old bridge is. Let's just focus a little bit more on what traffic is actually like. Yes. I always saw the video of persons walking this bridge the night when it was opened. Oh boy. I'm right now I'm thinking that when I actually do this live, how am I gonna like control, yeah, those sounds. DJI mic as it is doing a good job to ensure it captures my voice. But I really need to like, this is like an experiment. Woo. That's a long fall. All right, almost at the peak. It's 80 on the bridge. I think I'll need a photo here as well. I wonder if that's, no, I wonder if it actually looks like if those light up at night. I believe they did. I think I saw a video of it once, but I haven't really seen much people talk about it. I'm now realizing there's a lot that actually happens in this area that I really don't know much about. Like, I know there are Demerara River tours. I know there's a few of them. I haven't really heard people talk about them a lot. I know Pergola, they have one. I mean, there's still so much things. Since I've been out of the mainstream for a while, I don't really know what people have been up to. All right. These photos, again, I'm just gonna post the out of camera shots for these, but I'm gonna say it again. This looks foreign. Yeah, this just looks foreign. I think I need to take a shot of this as well. Yeah. Oh, they actually already started the separation process. You notice that's gone. So the bridge is being taken apart. And I wonder, even if I can't walk the full bridge, I wonder if I get permission to actually do a photo shoot on the bridge. I don't need to actually use. I just need a part of it, or like the entrance part. Just have a model stand there and just capture that shot. We don't really have a lot of lakes that have that walk out for a bridge, so it'll actually be a little bit epic to capture. I think something anybody actually ever did here. So 12 minutes in, approaching the peak in a couple of minutes, and then we'll actually go straight. Because yeah, right now I'm in region 4. I don't even can say in region 4 because I'm literally not touching the ground above region 4. It's a nice spot to do a photo shoot as well. A little bit of a biker girl or biker guy team stuff. There's so many photo shoots I actually want to do before the year is out. Okay then. Oof. Yeah, I need to. Anyways, I guess I do plan to get back into exercising. Shifting back here. I know this is like a way better spot to take out the photo. So 3, 2, 1. Got it. Alright, so when I'm a little bit more in the center, I'll focus on taking the next wide angle shot. Alright, 13 minutes in, which means I have another 20 something minutes before I actually complete this walk. Let's see how that plays out. Alright. I think something I probably need to do when I'm actually on these walks. I need to do when I'm doing a live. Guyanese like stories. So I'm thinking to myself, what story should I talk about when I'm doing a live? Actually, a pretty interesting one that happened a couple of days ago. So I think I'm going to talk about that one in terms of from a photographer's standpoint. Whew. All right. Yeah, this needs to be captured at night. Can I do it today? I don't think it's going to be good to do it today. Today. Tomorrow I have a meeting with a client at 6:30. I need to figure out exactly what's good. But I'm gonna do this though. I don't like putting stuff off. I'm gonna walk here at night. Mainly to tell somebody wait on the other side to pick me up though. Alright, is this a good? Nah. I could get better. Alright. These are linked. Look, I shouldn't even say anything about that. Boop. Alright, almost at the peak. This feels like when I'm, well, this view that I'm getting right now reminds me of when I'm flying my drones. This is what I see. Like, think about it. I miss my drones. Need to buy another one. Yeah, but maybe that's why this is not like really fascinating to me. I've seen views like this countless times with my drones, but as I say, it looks foreign. I'm never really like there. I never really purchased the goggles for it. But to be this high up and to capture this view, it's pretty breathtaking. You need to take something of for TikTok videos too. Yeah, 'cause this view is really nice. But because it's like early in afternoon, like it's what time now? Like two something. People are not gonna be out here. This sun is too much for people. I am approaching the shade. And I was like, I'm happy to see some shade. All right, so this I'm surprised. Why have no models come out here to like make um videos, like TikTok videos? This is like a nice, well, not really here. Let me just see what this looks like. If I put this down here, it's a decent spot for do a dance video. Anyways, I'll talk about that with some models or dancers later. It's bad that I can't really go wider than this because thing. All right, so let's just look at like a quick scope of what here is like. This is like I'm just gonna say the full peak. This is like at the peak. Uh, let's kind of take away from the experience of the view. Yeah, the Demerara River, and way out there, my time 16 on the phone right now, that's the Atlantic Ocean. So, quick TikTok, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about Stride and what they have upcoming. I'm actually kind of wasting time because I was trying to say that I have to do this within the stipulated time span, but meh. And the wind up here makes me kind of iffy to take out my phone. All right, let's do a 4K 60. Let's do a nice little pan shot. Starting here. Yep, that's that. There's a few places I could see the Marriott. No, that's interesting. I even can't tell. I don't know which building that is. All right, let's do a little quick survey stuff. All right, that would be Marriott. That's Marriott. That's Pegasus. Not sure what that is. Oh, that's Cell Performance. What building am I looking for? There's a building like way, way, way out there that I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, what building is that? Oh, that has to be the building that's a building that's by what around Giffland Mall. There's a big building going up there. I'm guessing that's that building. I think it's a hotel. Anyways, enough of this. It's a nice view. This is like kind of like a romantic spot to some degree. I mean, the lights kind of take away from doing like a nice photo shoot, but I have to edit that out. And the walk continues. But this is a spot where I could see persons coming and doing a little bit of like a TikTok dance video. I mean, but then again, people don't like walking. So, oh, Stride. I need to pull up my phone for the sec. I get the dates and everything else correct. I did work with Stride multiple times in the past when I think about it. Photo shoots, not photo shoots, sorry. I did capture their events multiple times, photos and videos. So let's get into Stride. Let me see if I could find information about walking across the Demerara Bridge. I mean, people would want to probably walk with a group. So, yeah, stride 592. Good. So let's see what's happening here. No. No. All right. So they have their Soca Heart training, which is basically it's a health project they actually focus on. You know, heart health in Guyana is a big issue right about now. We have many cases of persons having heart related complications and just dying. So looking at health is one of their biggest focus. So we have Monday, that's the seawall. Tuesday, they have the Lamaha walking path. Wednesday, they have National Park, which is the strength training. Thursday, Starbucks. Saturday, and supermarket. You have Movie Tongue as well. And Saturday, Friendship Park, West Bank. Is Friendship Park, West Bank the park I'm going to? Again, I even though I live here, I'm not very afraid with places like that. Huh. But I do know they actually do some. I need to probably contact Onika and ask and let her tell me a little bit more about if they actually walk across the bridge. I do know they've done it before. I don't know if it's a weekly something. So if you actually want a group of persons with the same what objective, I mean, this is like a challenge to some degree when you think about it. I mean, there have been multiple persons that walked the Bharrat Jagdeo River Bridge multiple times. And then I get a number of persons, the largest amount of persons walked when the bridge opened. So I would still say it's still a place to like come out and just take a walk. It's like think of it like a fun challenge, a fun health challenge, or even if a fun health, a fun sightseeing challenge. Just come out, take the walk. I mean, you'd want the sun to be a little bit more cooler than this, but take the walk. And when you take the walk, you just take in the sights. Like, take in the sights. This is actually really, really, really nice. I anyways got another photo, so I really need a wide angle lens to like really capture these. So I'm giving myself expense. Okay, that was kind of. What's an ambulance? Okay, about to start story time after this noise subsides. Well, let me change now. After I actually pass this, probably don't want to see my face when I actually talk about this. I am 23 minutes in. All right, may be able to make it within the 30-minute mark. I'll probably run this. It's gonna hurt to run it, but probably gonna do it. All right, bit of a story time. So, if you're aware, photography in Guyana is a very big deal right about now. The government focuses a lot on, of course, capturing as much media events as possible, birthdays, basically events in general. People want to hire photographers for it because they really want to, of course, capture those moments. Of course, the biggest payout is normally at weddings. You could make something sometimes up to like $200,000 or even more at the weddings. But average person would charge like around, I think the lowest I've seen for a wedding in Guyana is like $30,000. But that's mostly for like a simple 2 or 3 hour function with a limited number of digital pictures being provided. But on average, it's like you're looking like $100 to $200,000 for a wedding. So this is something that people need to actually do or consider. Is that when you actually jump into this profession, we don't really have much training over here. You need to actually learn what this business is about. People don't like this, but sometimes you need to actually do your free sessions. Yes, do your free photo shoots so you actually understand what's the capabilities of your camera or let's say capabilities of your gear in general. So for this wedding, the photographer, of course, did his photo session. Everything is all happy-go-lucky. And when it came time to do the edits, card ain't working. Yeah, so the card literally gave up on him. So can't retrieve photos. Yeah, of course. Now you can imagine how if he felt bad, imagine what the bride and groom felt like. So photos got messed up. Now comes the retrieval process. If you're a tech person, you know you can retrieve data, but you need the right tech for it. And that's where we actually go into this problem. Many persons, again, are like free. Many persons don't like paying for stuff. So I'm guessing he probably tried and run it on some software and, of course, used the best technical measures that were free to him. But whatever he did, he erased the residual data on that card as well. So no matter which software we pulled up, and I tried several softwares, could not get the photos. So this is where it now comes into how exactly should photographers try and, let's just say, protect against stuff like that. One, you need to buy. I'm going to say this now. People with good cameras would then say you don't need the best camera. That's wrong. That's not true. You pay for value. No one goes, oh, I want the base Samsung. I want the Ultra or the Flip or the Fold. No one wants the base iPhone. People want the Pros or the Pro Maxes. Because you know when you actually pay your money for those things, you're going to get the best of what's affordable. So I'm not going to deny it. I had one case where I actually lost photos, but this was during a practice session with a model. I was able to retrieve some of the photos, and I could retrieve all, but that required me to like take out hard drive and do a lot of stuff. So I just edited like 2 photos total. I still have that computer at home, so like it's possible for me to actually retrieve those photos. It's gonna be a little bit of a search here, but this is what I learned from that experience. So this was not like a high stakes something. This was just me and a model saying, hey, let's do a quick session here. I just had my camera with a flash and we just did a few takes. So again, it wasn't that high stakes. This was not a paying client. So I came up with this method. Have multiple cards. As I shoot at the event, because it's a wedding, you already know what the sessions are going to be like anyways, because every wedding follows a particular pattern. You go to the bride and groom space if that's part of the contract. You go to the ceremony. You go to a location, take out the photos, you go to the reception. After each of those sessions, transfer. Take out that memory card and start transferring it to a computer. You start to back up immediately. That way, if anything goes wrong, you actually have some files saved. I mean, the client is still going to be a little bit upset to know that you can't really get all the photos. But the main thing is that you still are able to give the client photos of their event. And then also at the same point in time, based on this situation, this person not back up the photos right away after the event. That's something that you need to do. When you actually are working this business, gear can fail as soon as you have, as soon as you're done, take a seat, start backing up. As soon as you finish, take a seat, start backing up. Or you do what the pros actually are supposed to do. Buy a card with 2 card slots. I mean, I don't have one as yet. I have like probably 5 cards. So I'm always transferring on the go. But the main idea is when you have the camera with 2 cards, you have your main card slot and your backup card slot. In them cases, you don't gotta think about it too much. Why? Because you actually are saving to 2 storage devices at the same time. And that's how you actually protect yourself. So more so, again, that's just a little bit of a story time. If you're watching this and you're a photographer, heed my advice. Back up on the go or buy the expensive gadget. If you're gonna hire a photographer, you might want to inquire about that as well. Like, things may go wrong. And then you could make this suggestion to them. That way, you don't lose a whole wedding and all that. I even cast as a whole wedding because I saw she put up some photos. So I'm guessing he did start editing, but he didn't just back it up. And that's something else I want to actually touch on. Why? All right, so let's go through a backup process. You don't really need the raw files on the cloud. We can all agree on that. Where should you back up? So let's just talk about that for a little bit. When you actually finish a photo set, whichever photo session it is, you back up straight to your computer. So that's your first backup. Your second backup if the need arises, well, the need always arises as far as I'm concerned, a hard drive, something that you have there as well. So back up on the computer, back up on the hard drive. If you want to like, if you could afford it, that is, because storage costs money, you could back up to the cloud. But again, those raw files would kill your cloud storage. So that's not really like the best thing. But the same point is you need cloud storage. Like people, you need to stop with the cheapness. Just do a cloud storage account. I have photos from since I started doing photography back in 2019. That's not long considering that was 2026. But yeah, all those things are backed up to the cloud. Just pay it. It's not a lot of money to actually pay for online storage. It's like probably $1,000 for Gmail, $1,000 for Google's account. Just back it up. And when you finish editing the photos, back it up. You want to even back up the JPEGs that are out of the camera, back it up. Just do it. It's gonna save you a lot of headache. And if you want to start from a business standpoint, even if you provide the photos to the client on a flash drive, and of course, many of what persons do is they back it up to the cloud, and sometimes the client misplaces the flash drive and or the images. They may contact you for it. You could charge them for it. Be smarter. We need to actually consider doing these things going forward. We're moving into a more professional era of photography in Guyana. So yeah, that's the end of story time. We're above 30 minutes. I'm at 31 minutes, like almost 32 minutes. Switching. Woof. No, not that you can actually like see a finish line. Like it's not that bad. At 30 minutes, I could, if I lived close by, I would probably do this every single day. Like this would be my every morning thing. Every single morning, wake up, but then you're by the ocean. Yeah. Every afternoon, yeah. I don't know what the morning breeze is like, so I'm gonna say every afternoon. Just come, take a walk. Being outside, taking nature. I mean, it's not much, there's not any trees out here or anything like that, but this is pretty nice. Many persons that did that walk did it in the night, they didn't do it during the day, they didn't catch this blue sky. I mean, we're gonna go into a dry spell soon anyway in Guyana, so what better time than this? All right, so looking at this, oh, that's a, yeah, seeing the shadow of the plane. Ooh. I noticed I haven't drank any waters yet. All right, my DJI mic is holding up as well. So this is like mostly like testing out stuff. I plan to do way more streaming, like a whole lot more streaming. But this is where the test now came into place. I did this here landscape, and I want my videos to be landscape so I can do it for YouTube. If I can't do it like that, I need to actually do it portrait live while recording on a DJI Osmo or something as I actually walk and talk. It's kind of annoying because even just trying to juggle the camera, I can't really adjust anything because my hand is taken up. I can't use my Ray-Ban glasses because streaming on that is terrible. Quite terrible. I mean, doing the streaming without, capturing videos without streaming, awesome. Capturing, otherwise, it's terrible. I mean, alright, I shouldn't be greedy. I could actually save walking from region 3 into region 4 for another video. And I can probably, no, I shouldn't probably, I will do a food review as well, which restaurant to visit. I need to consider that as well. I actually visited Wendy's. They're good. I gave it a 4. I might drop down to a 3 when I actually do my sit-down review. So something I notice about reviews, there's always a need to do like 2 of them. The initial like kick in the gut type review, Like, hey, I'm here, I'm enjoying this, I'm eating this, and you know, this is what it. I need to like sit down and really think about exactly what the experience was like. And I might drop that down to a 3 out of 5. I mean, the food is different, and it's not different. Different is like, I even can't say it's different. Good, it's just different in terms of what else we're accustomed to eating. Because when we have order like a sandwich, we've been accustomed in Guyana to like have a lot of stuff on it, like a whole lot of stuff. You're gonna have cheese, you're gonna have egg, you're gonna have your bun. What maybe your bun? You're gonna have your patty, then you have your bun, you have your lettuce, a lot of stuff you have inside. Wendy's sandwich is your bun. Here is meat. Here is some probably a few condiments inside, and a lettuce, and that's it. It's like a tennis rule basically. And that's not a bad thing when I thought about it because it's like $2,000. They stop it to take out another photo. Yeah, navigating this here. And I now realize I do see the importance for a wide angle lens. So more money to be spent by me. Huh. Also noticed something else with shooting this what should I say? Shooting this in landscape. It kind even if I put my arm all the way out, it's like cuts off my face and or whatever. So all part of the learning experience. Next time, streaming. I'm not really gonna like streaming in portrait because I want everything landscape for YouTube, but have to work with what's available. Short form videos are the trend these days, so yeah, that's a thing. Let me just switch to my. I mean, this in like probably 40 minutes. So let's talk something about videos. And this is not. This is like not a nice story. For the last, I want to say like 3 years, I've really been trying to like get persons into doing content creation. So much so that I would buy the gear to give to them. I bought like the ring lights for some models. I've bought camera stands for models. I've even give people model plans of what to actually put out. And I don't understand why people find it so hard to just sit and make content. The more, I think at this point in time, we've been saturated with content that's, let's just say, it has its niche. We need more positive content and experiences. And you're never gonna really find me in any type of situation I'm tearing down somebody because I don't know how to deal with stuff like people say, oh, they said this about me, so I gotta go defend myself. Why do I defend myself to a stranger? Somebody I don't care about. I don't really care much about people's opinions to the extent that they actually go on. If you don't like me, you don't like me, end the story, move on with your life. That's just how it's supposed. So you're not gonna find me actually doing those type of back and forth type content. I'm more to like saying I'm making something, but that's something I'm actually disappointed in. Models are not making content. They show up to the events and that's it. And when they put out content, it's like really lackluster to some degree. Nope, before you say that. Some persons do put out content, like Kaya Boville, she's been doing a little bit of content here and there. Um, I know Goldie has her comedy thing, and that's why I'm actually trying to touch on. Everyone wants to be a funny person. Why? Why does everybody need to be a comedian? There are some persons that are a little more on the serious end of things, but they believe that their message doesn't have value. They don't want to come across like a hater. I mean, I do understand that, but everybody's like, oh, look at me, I'm a comedian. Really? Those videos are most times not even funny. And anyways, that I'm not actually gonna do that. But I need to talk about certain things as well in terms of content creation. They have been a call by designers and a lot of other, let's call them high-end individuals for better content. I'm not gonna be the person to lie, firstly. That's not my thing. I want to promote Guyana, But like I said, for example, Wendy's, right? I gave it a 4 to 5 on my video, and then I said to myself, why? They were when I went in the establishment, right? So I'm at Wendy's Sublet here. Went into Wendy's, nice place, trust me. St. John Road, really nice place. However, I saw flies on the table. I'm like, why? Anyways, I went and I did my order and I sat. Something just before I even continue there. Ordered in 3 minutes. I got my order. There wasn't a crowd, good, but I actually once when other persons came in, they didn't have a long wait time, which is awesome. But there were flies on like 2 tables had flies. So of course I go to cleanliness, and that's something we need to address. It means after person eats and they leave, you just to wipe the table down, disinfect it and whatever. That's it. So that's why I said I have to drop it to a 3. I believe that being honest is the best way to be an influencer or a content creator to whatever degree you want to look at it. So, yeah, that's me. I'm just going to be upfront with it. I do want person's business to be successful. I do want to highlight certain things to them when I actually do it. And like I said, I even tried to extend because I knew who I am. I actually had persons to come out with me to like really say to themselves, hey, you know what? I'm an influencer, I'm a content creator. Just give them, and they don't follow through. I would pay for them to actually go to restaurants and just do their thing. Offered, sometimes no response, sometimes they come out. And I'd be focused on actually doing a good job at the review. They didn't do no research. Research is very important to, of course, being successful in that area. But since no one seems to be interested in doing it, I guess I ain't got a choice now. I have to be the one to actually like dedicate time and energy towards making content. With me, of course, in front of the camera. It's been a while. But here I am. And believe it or not, showing it now. Flipping it. 42 minutes completing my trip across the Demerara Jagdeo River Bridge. All right, now to come to this section. So, I mean, since I'm here, it's best to just like do the whole thing and done. So, oh shoot. All right, this ain't bad. I don't really need to go on the bridge. I just need permission. I think, hmm. I get in thoughts. But what happened to that bridge there? Yeah, so that's a bridge. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so it seems I'm gonna have to need permission for that. Going to need permission. All right, that's not a big deal. I don't know who I need to talk to get permission to actually go on that bridge to do a photo shoot. I'll know in due time. But for now, we're using this bridge. Going into the park. Guyana China Park. So, did I say this? No, the reason why I'm actually here, why I decided to just do the walk, is because I have our client wants to do a simple session here for their wedding, coming all the way from the East Coast. So, yep, here I am scouting out the area to see exactly what it's like. Gonna have to take a few photos of this as well. Huh. I don't think I won't have enough space there. This is open, and they're gonna be here like around probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Okay, flags are not flying, which is kind of disappointing. But anyways, what I know over there is where they have the basketball, lawn tennis, and football. Do they need to have one there? Uh, hmm. Looking at that, nah. I need to take out some photos so I can actually send to them. So right now the park is nice, but it's really giving me a lot of wedding vibes. I mean that's a nice open spot, but the flags aren't flying, so ish. I wanted to like do that there. I mean the pathway there is gonna be good. I need to actually do this as well. I need to like come to these spots like, hey, what makes this a good photo shoot spot? That's something I need to actually do. What makes a guy in a China park a good spot to do photo sessions? Huh. I wonder how other photographers would respond to this. For me personally, I wanted these ladies to be under control. That's not going to happen. People say it's part of the aesthetic. Mm, not really for me. I wanted these ladies to be way more under control. The boat, um, well, the boat, the boat. So all this here is the boat good now? All right, I'm trying my best not to capture children. So let me just spin this around that way. Oh, seems as though they fixed the boat up. All right. Seems as though the boat isn't leaking anymore. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You want to sit?
No, I'm not going in the boat. It's not 100% safe, right?
I know that. I went on it before. In this wet boat from somebody? Maybe boat just slide away with you.
No,
It can't slide.
that
It's not. Can you take out the photo? Come, girl, go and take it.
and the boat is leaking, so this is not fair. This is what a client that I'm working with right now, so I'm just letting them be aware. No, yeah, the other thing.
Yeah, we talk about the photo and then we leave man.
All right.
I gotta stand. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let me go. Thank you. Put back away.
All right. So that's what we have there. Oops. The boat. It's leaking a bit, so yep. It's leaking just a bit. So coming to the front there or standing up in front here shouldn't be a problem. But I really wanted something I need there and no. No, 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 no. So lilies are pretty high. What's next? I can't go there. That's children's play area. Could do a session underneath here. Yeah. Could do something underneath here. A nice spot for a photo session. You could still actually have something like looking out together. It would be nice if this little was under control. It wasn't so high, it like was like just sitting on the water. I don't know if they would ever be able to control something like that. But I mean, this is what you have to work with. And then well, somebody actually did something here. What? So the pathway is decent. What happened here? I need to get to security. Really wish. Well, I want here to be a bit more grassy, but yeah, and that's the pathway over there. I'm gonna be ending this soon because I need to go and talk to security about using this here to do some photos this weekend. A sit-down spot. Yeah, it's gonna be a. Yeah. All right. This is the other end. Part almost 50 minutes. All right, just need. Uh, I wish we had more restaurants around here. But anyways, when I go over, I have to pick up two phones: a S24 Ultra, a S21 Plus, to do some basically giveaway actually. Yep, heading into that. So next I'm actually going to be streaming when I walk across, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, walking across the Demerara Jagdeo Bridge was a little bit fun. I would recommend if persons want to do it with friends so you actually have some company. Stride 592 is my recommendation for that. But with that being said, I don't have an outro, but until next time, bye.